gutter there and really tighten up that area. You can see the impact is a lot less, the yellow area is a lot less. So that was an option also presented, and we also had direction to continue pursuing that. Just some other project tasks that we're working on right now as far as status. Environmental evaluations, we had a tree survey performed to locate where the trees are, what the species of the trees were, just so we have an idea of where everything is. Wetland investigations performed. There are no wetlands directly on the project. We look at also threatened and endangered species to see if we're going to be relocating anything or disturbing anything that would be a threatened and endangered species, either a plant or an animal. And also not on here was a Class 3 groundwater, something we want to be concerned about in this particular area. Historical analysis, we took photos of all the houses in the area. This is just a routine for any study to go in and to note where things are. We're not expecting any homes to be demolished, relocated from this project. We're also going to look at a pavement cycle analysis. We want to look out 30 or 40 or 50 years and compare what would we do if we continued to maintain the roadway by resurfacing it versus reconstructing it, getting a benefit out of that for a longer period of time. But look out in the future at both those things and see how they compare to each other. And finally, we're into a drainage design. We're looking at the existing drainage patterns, considering things like bioswales in our ditches. That would be a good water quality effect. And also we'll probably be enlisting the county's water resource manager to help us at the next CAG meeting.
Can I interrupt at this point and ask a question? Pavement life cycle analysis. When would we, and I'm going to assume it would be the transportation committee that would get that presentation, or we would be evaluating it, whether...
Yeah, ultimately what we want to do is we're working on that right now, and we'll make that available to everybody, and that will be part of our final recommendation to what we do. Will be incorporated into that as we present it to
the stakeholders at the CAG.
Yes.
They will get that too.
Yep.
Right.
So where do we go from here? Like we said all along, we're really trying to work with the CAG to develop the project alternatives. We talked a lot about the design criteria. We're still working on that design criteria. I think at the last CAG there was interest in the 3R, but there were still looking for even more flexible criteria to reduce the footprint even more. We're looking at ways to see if that is a possibility or not. And at the same time, trying to use the 3R as a base to evaluate some of the impacts so we can start talking about real life locations and, okay, if we use this criteria, here's exactly what's going to happen, and then we can take that and try to whittle it down from there if there's something that's still unacceptable and based on the options that we have available to us. So that coincides directly with the impacts of trees and the overall roadway footprint. And then like Joe said, we're looking